What's going on, everybody? This is Douche of the Day number 33. And I know you're going to sit there and be like, what the hell's Douche of the Day? I haven't seen one of these in forever. You're correct. These clips right here, they're from July. It's not even warm outside anymore. But anyway, I'm sorry. Let's jump right into it. Look at this clip. Ready? I'm going to pause it. Do you see off in the distance? Is there something happening? Yeah, there's something happening. Is it a natural disaster? Is it a building fire? Is there a freaking bomb exploding? What is causing this light? No, we're pausing it again, right? Stevie Wonder, at this point, how far away we are, he could still see this. Ridiculous, right? So I'm thinking to myself, should I turn on one of these side streets? What the hell am I driving into? I don't know. But then I started getting the best of me with the curiosity, you know? I'm like, I need to know. I got to film this. What is it? Then I noticed, even just looking at it on the screen right now, what a douchebag. Seriously, I was thinking for a little while that I was driving into a fucking UFO. I was like, I'm going to get abducted. Somebody's going to be doing experiments on me one day. And I'm like, they're going to be like, what is this guy doing? What's his malfunction? Why does his brain think of some weird shit to say all the time? They're going to be dissecting the shit out of me. But then I was like, all right, well, maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing. There's so many bad things going on in this world right now. Maybe up there might be better. Who knows? They'll have nice cars. Maybe they got a better healthcare plan. Maybe they got some kind of way for me to retire at 27 years old instead of people living and sitting there and eating and shitting and breathing and suffering until they're 65. No. You know what it is? It's a goddamn douche with his bright-ass headlights. And you know what bothers me the most? There's no way he didn't know how bright that was, because he could have been on the other side of that light with those lights, and it would have been examining the pores on my skin. It was so bright. I was magnified to him, and he was probably laughing at me because I had a pimple. Shit. Before we get into this one, I just want to let you know that if you're watching this clip, don't judge me. I get pissed off because my wife was in the car, okay? We're heading home after we just picked up some food, and there's nobody fucking behind my car right now. This is what gets me the most upset. Watch. He sped up purposely just to cut me off. And I'm not even kidding when I say there was nobody behind me. There was no reason he accelerated to get near me. Now, I have a pregnant wife in the car. This silly son of a bitch. So what did I do? Oh, I got pissed off. Now, this is fast forwarded. We're not driving around in spacecrafts, okay? Nobody's driving around this quick. But I followed him. Completely probably out of my way. Yeah, I did that. And why did I do that? Because I needed to let him know what was going on. So what did I do? I followed him to this. Right here. To this light. To this very light. To this very location. And then after it turned green, somehow the God shined on me and he was making a left. He couldn't go anywhere, right? So I pulled up next to him. And when I tell you, I let him know what was on my mind, I let him know what was on my mind. And I may or may not have spit out the window too. I was a little upset. So I'll take the douche tag. And just like that, we have a change of scenery. There's no darkness. There's no rain. There's no sadness and clouds and craziness going on, right? Wrong. This is ridiculous. This is the middle of the afternoon. I'm driving home and I'm like, there's no way. I'm just going to have a nice, calm, casual drive home. Now watch the car in front of me. You're going to notice him swerving a little bit here and there. Now, I didn't even notice this until down the road further. Thank God I went back and looked at the dash cam footage, because it just makes me think, holy shit, I got close to this guy at a couple points and I didn't even know he was having a problem. Now, I don't know what was going on. I can only sit here and imagine. I mean, in my mind, there are a few things that could have been happening. Number one, he may or may not have had the world's itchiest asshole, and there was just an uncontrollable urge to stick his hand, his forearm, and all the way up to his elbow up his ass, which caused him to drive like this. Number two, he could have been doing a Sudoku puzzle. Number three, he could be cheating on his wife with his ex-girlfriend, who has a lot of zits on her forehead, and her name's Tammy, and she's really not going that far in life, and she's joining a fight for 15, and everything's going wrong for her except for his penis right now. Now watch him. Ready? Watch. This is right when she touched his penis. He hits the curb. He almost crashes. She touched his pecker, everybody. I don't know what was going on in that car, but that had to be it. Then he almost hits the curb again. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, should I call the police? Because as you saw right there, that curb that he almost hit the second time had a pedestrian on it. There was another pedestrian there. Now I'm watching this person, and I'm thinking, shit, there's kids there. What do I do? He's moving over to the left a little bit. I'm getting ready, honestly, to call the police at this point, and I don't know what else to do. I'm like, there's no way that this person didn't realize that they just hit a curb. So you would think, all right, if they were distracted, logically, right? If you're distracted and then you hit a curb, with your vehicle and then almost go onto another curb that's got a human being, a human, not a vehicle, a human flesh and bone being walking, you would think to yourself, shit, something's going on. Maybe I should drop the puzzle. Maybe I should tuck my penis away. Maybe I should stop texting. Whatever the hell is happening inside of this goddamn car with the Krabby Patty Mr. Krabs claw marks. That's what I call those taillights, by the way. I can't unsee that. Once you look at it at nighttime, it looks like Krusty Krab. It's like the crab pinchers, and I'm like, that's not good. I don't know how the hell that girl got down the hill that fast. She must have ran, by the way. Anyway, so we're driving again. I'm behind. I'm trying to keep my distance while I'm filming, though, because, I'm morbid like that. And then what you're about to see happens. This person has no regard. They don't want to stop. Something's going on. And then a second douche enters the script here, right? Douche number 2 almost collides with douche number 1. Douche number 1 should have stopped, but, douche number 2 shouldn't have done this. So douche number 2 is pulling out. Look at this. Look at this. He threaded a needle. He went through. He almost hit oncoming traffic. He's crossing over double solid lines. And then this guy, who obviously shouldn't have an SUV this size, I don't know what's going on. They're driving off freaking curbs. Look at this. Boom. Like rock climbing right now, like they have a Jeep. Then he accelerates off. I'm confused. There's so much stuff that was going on. I'm having a sensory overload at this point. You ever just like watch something and you're like, there's no way that this is freaking real life. This has got to be some bullshit. I'm like looking behind me to see if there's a trailer car with cameras. I'm like, are there really that many stupid people? Now I get to this light and I'm thinking to myself, okay, good. The first douche is gone. Now I'm like, oh God, I hope he didn't drive into a building. Now I'm like, okay, I'm dead next to the second douche. I don't even want to pull up anymore. My throat just went loose. See that? I'm so upset at what just happened. My throat just went out. That's it. I'm done. There's no more to this clip. Moving on. So this next grouping of douchebags is just par for the course when it comes to New Jersey. Real quick, though, I want to highlight one in particular real quick. To the left there, see that blue BMW right there? Okay. Now focus on that person as we're talking, okay? So what I want to talk about is New Jersey traffic. Traffic sucks in New Jersey. And it sucks for one main reason. Do you know when you're doing merging and things like that, one car goes, one car doesn't, and then the other car that didn't go the first time is supposed to go, and you're supposed to alternate and take turns, right? This is where freaking selfish asshole idiots with no patience cause more traffic than need be. And I never understood it. Here's the blue truck, by the way. Again, just keep in mind that there was a gigantic fucking line behind me, and this person did this shit on purpose. And I'm going to lose it. I'm going to fucking lose it. Because this is unbelievable. Now, here's the other thing I want you to focus on. Do you see the right lane? You see that truck, the big giant Tonka truck, and the Chrysler and everything? They're not even in a fucking lane right now. I'm in the exit-only lane. They're on the shoulder. And you're not even going to believe it. You're like, no, it looks like there's 2 lanes. That's not. It's not 2 lanes. For whatever reason, that lead car and everybody else following them thought, hey, you know what? We're just going to make up our own shit. We're just going to say, fuck it. We're just going to do whatever we want. We're going to do whatever the hell we please. And basically what ended up happening is all of those people that hopped onto the shoulder, most of it was coming from my lane. So I had people that were behind me for quite a bit in this traffic. They decided to cut to the right, go to the shoulder, because obviously it's faster when you're not supposed to be in that lane, and then they end up getting in front of me. Look, that's not a lane. That's where you're supposed to break down or pull over if there's a cop anywhere to be found, but there's not. And then needless to say, there we go again with the voice. I'm losing it today, everybody. I'm losing it. But this is New Jersey. Welcome, Assholeville. Okay, so I wouldn't actually call this next guy a douchebag, but he does have shit for brains. There's no brains there. Now, watch his arms. This is an edit, by the way. Tell me if he doesn't look like one of those guys when you're outside and you're looking at the airplane and they got like the lights and they're waving the airplane, like telling him where to go. Well, this is not a Boeing that he's trying to tell to go. This is probably his wife who's driving around in this, right? So what does he tell this woman to do? He tells her to pull there. To pull right in front of me. Genius, right? Genius. There's no way. So I revved at him a little bit. He gives me a look. This little gremlin, I want me gold. He gives me this look like, don't worry, homie, I got this. So she pulls up a tiny bit. He pulls over, right? He walks out with his flannel freaking bedding pants, and I almost run him over for a split second, which I should have probably did. But if you glance, look to the right of him. There's a parking spot! What are you thinking? I know that there was not a lot to do, but it's raining. There was a parking spot. You could have pulled over. Next time you're trafficking airplanes and stuff, tell them to go over. Here's a clip that just highlights the type of person that I really think shouldn't have a driver's license. Me and my friends call them no drives, and rightly so. So this is a 4-lane road, right? So when you're coming out, as you're about to see from the right, this person has the balls, right? Well, not the balls. She has the coochie, the chocha, to pull out, enough bravery to pull out and block the first 2 lanes, right? But then, out of nowhere, she gets Nervous Nelly. She turns into Nervous Nelly. I'm driving, lady. You just pulled out in front of me. I swear to God, one day I want push bars to just throw her into Uranus. So she stops and she goes real slow. Now she's all coy. Hee. I don't know. I'm in my husband's car and I can't make a left turn. Make up your goddamn mind and don't you ever pull in front of a Hemi again or I will give you the fucking horns. Have a good day.